the nuns, of course, ran it and everything, and they needed money or something passed. Anyway, they came to my grandfather, no, great, I'm not sure which, anyway, I think he was a judge. And he did whatever the nuns needed for him to get this money or whatever it was. And they were so appreciative that every time he'd walk by, they'd cross or do something. They worshiped him for doing this.
Interesting.
I think he's the well, I'm sure he's the judge. I have the picture of it, and he had you really should read the history that John Kinkead did of the family. It's interesting parts, really interesting parts. What? What's that about? But he had a big tall cane, and I think I know it is. It was made from parts of the courthouse. Oh, you're still, yeah. Like there was the lightning rod from the top of the church, of the courthouse, and the wood and stuff, and then there was a gold cap on the top. I think Craig Luby has it now, his cane. And it's described, I'm pretty sure, in the history book that John Kinkead did. I think it's called Our Kentucky Family or Pioneers or something, but you really should read parts of it. And then George Kinkead, I can't get all the ways, but he was on Betsy's side. Now, Big Granny and her husband were first cousins, so both families, the Kinkades and the Shelbys, are all mixed and related. But anyway, I forgot where I was going with that one. Oh, I know where it was. He lived at there were five family farms that were like, I don't know what you call them. The king gave them to people, and so Isaac Shelby got this property, big thousands and thousands of acres, and he, I guess, divided it into 5 parts, and he gave them to his children. And there was Richland, Grassland, Rumont, Bel Air, and I never remember the other, but it's in the book. And so Big Granny, I think, lived at Grassland, and her husband's family was at Richland, which is out the Richmond Road, and it's a beautiful farm. I can show you where it is now. It's just gorgeous. But anyway, this George Kinkead was there when he was a little boy, and he could hear the gunfire in Richmond during the war between the states, and they camped out on their farm, the Union soldiers, and they weren't Union, they were the South, but they camped out there on their farm. And he tells about it. He wrote a long letter about it.
You said the king gave the land. What king?
I think.
King of England.
Huh?
King of England.
King of England.
Granted land over here.
Yeah.
Well, they owned us, remember. We fought the Revolutionary War.
That would be the American Revolution.